Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bluebaggers Edge. And we are here with an update on the assistant coaching side of things, where we have a little bit of movement, murmurs in recent days regarding the return of our, former VFL senior coach in Josh Fraser. And it has been confirmed today, the article on the official Carlton website, confirming that Josh Fraser has indeed returned. We don't know yet what his role is. They've simply said assistant coach. Just reading a few lines here, it says, Fraser returns to Icon Park following 3 years at Collingwood, where he served as senior coach of the VFL side and head of development, also taking on forward line coaching responsibilities during the latter part of this season. The former ruck previously worked at Carlton, of course, in 2015, spent 4 seasons here as development coach and senior coach of Carlton's, as I mentioned, then VFL affiliate, the Northern Blues, before moving across to Collingwood to head up their head of academy. Just says there that Chris Davies, reiterates that this is a highly regarded appointment of Josh Fraser, well-renowned in the industry. And it says there, the club's complete AFL coaching structure for 2026 will be communicated to members in due course. Now, it does say assistant coach, and if we flick across to, the vacancies or guys that we have remaining, this could still change, as we know. But Brad Ebert, even though he's still on the website, he has departed, head of development. And I do wonder because, Matty Cruiser, obviously the ruck coach, he's not going to be ousting him unless Matty Cruiser wants to shift into a different role. But you would assume that with Josh Fraser coming back, he's either going to go into this head of development role that was vacated by Brad Ebert. Of course, Josh Fraser did leave Carlton to go to Collingwood to head up that head of development role equivalent at Collingwood. So that could be a possibility. In terms of vacancies, we also have the defensive coach line, which is a possibility potentially. It's quite funny in the AFL. We know that guys that didn't necessarily play in specific positions during their playing days still end up coaching those positions. So as we know with Aaron Hamill taking the defensive coaching line. And obviously outside of those two roles, well, Luke Power had the role of VFL coach, head coach of the VFL. That could obviously be a possibility as well. Something that would appeal to Fraser to step back into because he obviously had that at the Pies and then shifted across into various areas as well. So a bit of a lure there if he wants to take that up. But let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. We'd love to hear who you think or what role he will take up. And also, just looking at these guys on screen here, who is yet to depart that we think will depart? I'm very surprised that Jordan Russell has yet to be giving his marching orders. I think he probably will go. Tim Clark is a bit of a strange one as well. This is his second gig at the club, having obviously been at the club previously and then went to Gold Coast, I think it was, and then came back again. Those are probably the ones that may see a little bit more movement. And Ash Hansen, I don't know there. If there was going to be any movement in that role, we probably would have seen it already. But it is, quite a senior position in a sense because it's not just an assistant coach. You're the senior assistant to the senior coach in Michael Voss. So I wonder if we are targeting a specific assistant coach, maybe from a Brisbane or maybe from a Geelong, that we may be sort of sounding out for that role if we do opt to stamp the papers of Ash Hansen. And in related news as well, we have thrown our hat in the ring to try and lure across the recently retired Port champion Travis Boak to the club in an assistant coaching role. Obviously a bit of a connection there with obviously Michael Voss having been at Port Adelaide, and also recently our new head of football, formerly of the Power, in Chris Davies at the club as well. So we'll wait and see that space there as to what happens. But just off the back of what we're discussing about with regards to movement further in our coaching ranks, you would think if we're trying to lure a Travis Boak to the club, there will, of course, be more, departures. So does he potentially take up that role by Tim Clark? We'll just have to wait and see there. But let us know your thoughts as always. But until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Go Baggers.
Have you ever heard the MCG like